as manly as Mancons are, they still need those Reavers to deal with the Zerg macro at the end. Archon Templar by itself is not invulnerable like Archon Reaver is. And a lot of Archons here chasing these Ultras. Jaedong might be stuck in a really bad situation here. Oh, he's stuck in a terrible situation. But he's going to pick off a couple of these Reavers, but not before they do terrible, terrible damage to those clumped up Ultralisks. And Jaedong, wow, that was a terrible location to be committing there. You know, going into a small choke point with this Ultras fighting Reaver Archons. And this is what I meant about situations favoring one race over another. Protoss like having narrow chokes when fighting Zerg. They like having wide areas when fighting Terran, but Zerg love having wide areas when fighting against Protoss. It helps them flank, and you know they need to flank because Zerg units don't deal as much damage as Protoss units head on. Not in this stage, at least. So here, the huge number of Ultras still not able to win the game. I mean, Jaedong, if he had just only gone for Ultras before going, Scourgy! Scourge are going to take out that shuttle. Sorry, I had to say Scourgy because that's what the Koreans were shouting. But Jaedong had not gone for those 5 Guardians and just not gone for the Defilers either. If he'd just gone for Ultras upon getting to Hive, he would have shut down Free's second expansion like it was nobody's business, and he just would have stomped Free, given that he was at, 4 bases against 2, a solid 4 bases with defenses against 2 as they enter the Hive phase, and, he just threw it away with those strange builds. And now, I mean, Free does not have the game yet. I'd still say it's close to even, but Jaedong is... I don't know. This is going to be tough for Jaedong to come back from because there's so many Reavers. I mean, that number of Reavers is hard to deal with. Okay, here comes Jaedong with another attack. This is what he needs to do, though. If he can force Free to commit here to defending, he could pick off some of these Reavers at least. But no, looks like... Oh, man, Jaedong is actually not going to escape here. He's the one getting flanked. Oh, no, Jaedong is going to barely escape with those Ultralisks there, and that was not cost-effective. If Jaedong's Lurkers were cost-effective, the definition of cost-effective in Game 2, his Ultras have been the definition of cost-ineffective here in this game. I mean, these Ultras are just getting destroyed left and right, 200 minerals, 200 gas, getting thrown away as if they were a Hydralisk or a Mir's drone or Zergling or something, just getting thrown away left and right. I mean, it's not really his fault that they're getting thrown away, but they're just getting destroyed left and right. Switch to Hydralisks, interesting enough. I think the Hydralisks are more helpful though against the Reavers actually, because they can actually have a chance of shooting down the shuttles, whereas Ultras obviously cannot. Just look at the sheer number of Templar coming out, because Free is at 2 depleted geysers and possibly 3 depleted geysers and 3 more geysers, so 6 geysers total, I believe. And that is just a huge amount of gas. And when you have a lot of gas, you can do great things. Oh, and man, ouch, ouch. Those Hydras getting melted there. Jaedong is just, I mean, he has as much gas, but the late game army of the Protoss is just so hard to deal with. Alright, Jaedong going with the Hydralisks, that's actually pretty smart, trying to pick off these Reavers, but it just cost them so much in resources. I mean, that is 10 Hydralisks is 750, 250, and 2 Reavers are 400, 400, so that cost Jaedong a whole lot more. And it was more than 10 Hydralisks, I think, for those 2 Reavers. So, I mean, and the thing is, normally Zerg can afford exchanges like that, but at this late game, when we're getting close to Mind Out, Zerg cannot afford 2 cost-ineffective things anymore, and this is why Protoss wins late game. I mean, look at those Archons. They have so many kills each, and Archons are so durable. I mean, they recharge shields, Sonic Storm recharges. This is a speech I give all the time in the late game. Late game Zerg is at a disadvantage against Protoss and Terran, because their units just aren't as durable. But I mean, there's a lot of arguments. But I'm not talking about late game like we got to Defiler late. I'm talking about late game, like super late, like this. The map is completely divided and it's at risk of getting mined out. Then I think Zerg is at a pretty big disadvantage. But anyway, so Jaedong loading up with 2 Ultras there. He gets spotted. Looks like Free not concerned about it though. Maybe he doesn't know that there are Ultras inside. Jaedong trying to snipe off Archons with Hydralisks. It's not a bad concept in theory, but not with that many forces there. I don't think he sniped a single Archon. Ouch. And this huge Archon force is just going to melt away, especially when they're under Dark Swarm. The Hydralisks can't do anything to them. And those Ultralisks getting destroyed there. Jaedong looks like he's going to lose this game, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is just unexpected. I am in shock here. I mean, talk about, well, I mean, it's not the biggest upset in the world, but, I mean, given from what the 10th minute looked like, this is a pretty big upset. And, of course, Jaedong overall is the much better player than Free in terms of actually having a chance of winning the MSL. I don't think Free played decently this game, but at the 10th minute, he was playing a very standard Protoss versus Zerg. It was just more poor judgment by Jaedong and poor tech choice not going for the Ultralist attack in the beginning that cost him this game. He allowed Free to build up, and now this is what happens. Protoss gets 18 Archons and 10 Reavers, and you lose the game because there's no amount of Ultras you could throw at them that will let you win. And it's just really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. But, and you can tell I am a little bit of a Jaedong fan. I don't dislike Free, though. I did a whole series with Free versus C back in my early days of casting when I didn't have anything to cast. I cast this whole skins match between them. You can find it earlier. But anyway, so Free is going to take this game, I think. Those adorable Archons with their hugs of love are going to destroy Jaedong. And meanwhile, I'll ask once again for answers to my 8th puzzler, Cholera's 8th puzzler, which is how do Zerg units travel in between the stars in interstellar space? How do Zerg units fly? I mean, I can understand if, you know, if Overlords carry all the land units, but how do Overlords move by themselves? And Mulisks, I assume, have to fly themselves, and Guardians, obviously. Okay, so Jaedong, oh man, that's the worst moment for a Dark Swarm. GG coming from Jaedong. Free winning the best of 3 against Jaedong. Jaedong looking blankly at his screen. I think he's a little bit of a shock as to how he lost the game. Sweating hard there, too. Dripping sweat from his face. Oh, man, he is soaked with sweat there. Ouch. Wow. I've not seen anyone this sweaty since C. Shield played the last time. That is going to be a wet booth afterwards. I feel bad for Jaedong, but I am proud of Free. I mean, Free showing some strong PVZs here. I don't know how far he's going to get. He's never come back really very close to winning a finals. I think this is the first time I don't think he's ever gone past the round of 8 before in a Star League. But I can't tell whether they're hugging out of happiness or sadness, these, I assume, Korean women. But Free looking pretty happy. Free deserves to be happy. Woojin Stars gets one of their players finally far along in one of the individual Star Leagues. You really don't have good players, Woojin. This is it. This is their one good player. But you know, Free certainly now is going to have a chance at getting far. You know, in the MSL, and we'll see how he does. I believe he's going to play. No, I actually don't know who he's going to play. All right. Hope you guys enjoy this series of casts. With this uploaded and watched, you will have watched every one of the MSL Round 16 if you've been following things up. Oh, gee, you know, I mean, sorry, Free giving a thumbs down. I'm not sure if that means the same thing as it means in America. But anyway, answer my puzzler. Tell me how you like my videos. Thank you if you guys watched my OSL cast live. By the way, for those of you who are wondering when it's going to be up, I actually don't know because it was recorded on Mogulus. And it was done by DJ of esportstv.com. Basically, whenever he gets a chance to, our commentary of the OSL, which we did live, will be put up on another site. It won't be on YouTube. But it's pretty high quality, and when it gets up, the moment it does, I'll put up a promotional video telling you where to go. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed. My voice is almost dead from doing all these casts, but hope you guys enjoyed my commentary, and thanks for watching.